If you're looking to buy your first or perhaps your next kalimba, there are a few important decisions you'll want to make. One of those is the key of the kalimba, or what actual notes it's made up of. You'll find that there are a few different options available to you, and depending on your current situation, chances are there's only one you'll actually want. So, in this video, I'll be covering how to choose, sharing my personal recommendations, and when it's worth exploring alternative options. If you're new to the channel, my name is James McAllister, and I've been playing kalimba for quite a few years now, and have since amassed quite a collection of them, many of which are in fact in different keys. Now, if you're completely new to music or you just haven't learned what a key is, and to be honest, a lot of us don't need to know for quite a bit. Anyway, it's essentially the notes or the scale that the kalimba is made up of. So, a kalimba that's in the key of C will start with a C as the lowest note, and then as you play up the kalimba, you'll have the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, and B, and then it repeats to go to C again. Now, if a kalimba is in a different key though, the notes and the layout of the kalimba might be different. For example, a kalimba in the key of G minor would have the notes G, A, B flat, C, D, E flat, and F. Now, if you aren't sure exactly what this means right now, don't worry. All you need to know is that the notes are different, and they're in different places. So, if you're following along with music or tabs in one key, it won't play correctly if your kalimba is in a different key. Because of that, when you're buying your first kalimba or two, it makes sense to purchase a kalimba in the most popular keys you'll expect to find. For most songs, the three most popular keys are C major, G major, and D major. However, some specific genres may have differences in the keys that are most prominent. If you're buying a kalimba for the first time, I recommend purchasing one that comes tuned to C major. This is because it is by far the most popular for kalimba tabs posted online, and most tabs will just sort of assume that your kalimba is tuned to C. So, if you want to follow along with tabs or other instructional videos, getting a kalimba that matches just makes sense. This is also the most common option available, so if a key isn't listed on the sales page for the kalimba you're looking at, chances are it's tuned to C. I should know that you can always retune your kalimba to other keys that you want, so don't panic if you already purchased a kalimba without checking. Tuning does take a bit of time, but it's still pretty easy to do. So again, if you're buying your first kalimba, it almost always makes sense to purchase it in C major, unless you have a specific reason for purchasing another key. But what if you already own a kalimba in C major? In these instances, it may be worth buying a second kalimba in a different key, or simply buying another one that you already have and retuning it yourself. Having multiple kalimbas means that you won't need to spend time retuning the kalimba to play songs in a different key, so it gives you more flexibility. That being said, a lot of songs can be transposed to the key of C, while still sounding quite similar, so you aren't necessarily missing a whole lot by only having one kalimba. Personally, I still find it worth it just for the convenience factor, but I probably play kalimba more than most people. Another option if you're more advanced is to purchase a chromatic kalimba like this Hugh Tracy I have here. Now if you see, it has tines on both the front and the back, and each one of these sets of tines have a separate set of notes, allowing you to play songs in any key without needing to retune. Though I have to admit, it is much more difficult to play and certainly isn't necessary for beginners. If you'd like to see my full review of this Hugh Tracy Chromatic Celeste Treble Kalimba, oh that was a mouthful. Anyway, if you want to see the review for the kalimba I just shown, click this little button somewhere up here. I'll also link to the review in the description if you find that easier. Finally, if you want to get better at kalimba quickly, grab my free cheat sheet by visiting musicalsanctuary.com/KalimbaCS. It covers my best tips all at once and will help you start playing your favorite songs in no time. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more kalimba videos, and I hope you have an amazing day.